Flying high. They were plus 17, but already here today they are, what are they? They're minus 10, so they'll be plus 7. They could still be in the top 3 or 4, but they would like to be, they would love a game here from 21-year-old Chong Yi-han. Kenta Momota, though, the imports are paid decent money to come and play in this Purple League, so he's got to prove to his bosses he's worth the investment. That's a beautiful touch.
A beautiful touch, and I sense a lot of fear from Chong Yi-han, intimidated by the Japanese.
Two more little tumbles like that and he'll have nothing to fear. That'll make him feel better. Big breath, big intake of breath. Just out, good judgment from Momota.
The team manager was telling, Aaron was referring to, Chong Yi-han, he needed to keep his opponents longer on court, but I don't think that's going to be easy by any means.
Momota using every square centimetre of the court.
The Momota, of course, has been compared to the likes of Lin Dan. Left-hander, quite unpredictable.
It's pulled wide. For the top players such as Momota, it's how relaxed they are in defence that is the absolutely amazing thing.
Yeah, it's not easy to get through them.
Wow.
Wow, that is amazing. and we are still gasping for breath after looking at that. That shot took our breath away, honestly, it did.
So, why are you number 4 in the world? Because of that. Sit back and enjoy this, folks. Unless, of course, you're Chong Yi-han, in which case just try to stay in the rally, as he did so brilliantly in the rally before.
There's really very little that Chong Yi-han can do, and because Chong Yi-han's game is quite stereotyped. I've played with him before in the Kedah Open.
Lovely drop shot. So we're on the side of the underdogs, unashamedly.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Oh, it's good defence and it's dropped in. That'll be one for your highlight reel.
It was a really sharp angle smash from Momota. Yi-han did well to get it back.
That drops out.
I was just mentioning that I played Yi-han 2 years ago in the Kedah Open. In that game I realized he made a lot of errors, especially with his pushes. It went long at the back. I'm wondering whether we're going to see a lot of that in this game.
Good defence. Working Momota. And winning the point.
Well, Again, he stick to what his coach told him to do. I was raising the question of whether Yi Han could keep his opponent longer on the court, and yes seems to be the answer.
Must be taking something out of him, but he's hanging in there at a 5-7. Chong Yi Han, the 21-year-old. That's good as well. Hey, he's more than hanging in there. He's making a bit of a comeback. 3 straight points.
Well, in Momota, there was under the impression that Yi Han's lift was going long. Does have a lot of hard lifts.
Oh. Disguise and touch.
It's amazing to see how relaxed the Japanese is. And this again, one of the qualities of some of the top players in the world.
I wonder how many times that one's hit the net in training though. And that's wide from Chong Yi Han. The mini comeback is just nipped in the bud. Smile from Momota. Big smash.
What we really see all through that game is that Momota is just testing out his opponent. The first game, he hasn't gone full swing yet. It's already working.
And pushes it into the corner to take an 11-6 first game. Credit to Chong Yi Han, but we're seeing one of the world's best in action here.
Well, he certainly is one of the world's best, is Kento Momota. He was, of course, dealt the killer blow to Team China in the Thomas Cup 2 years ago. So he is a capable player. And as far as looking at his game here, he doesn't seem to be putting in a lot of effort.
Ho Kek Mong, what will Kek Mong be saying? What advice will he be offering to Kento? Just
more of the same, lad.
More of the same, indeed. I mean, there were a couple of beautiful moments in that particular game. We're going to see the highlights of here.
I think what's really interesting is that Momota just breezed through that game. He wasn't putting a lot of pressure in himself, not in any hurry to get off the court, just playing that big smash, willing to keep the rally going over and over, which was kind of the same thing I was saying Ho Yan-mei needed to do in the women's singles. He's giving us a perfect example of it right here.
A little push shot to secure the first game. It took just over 5 minutes for him to take the first game, 11-6. And to give Ampang Jaya an overall lead in the match of 13-2. Kento 10 short serve, just the 1 long serve, 1 smash winner. A few more unforced errors than he would have liked at 6, but he's taken the first game 11-6. Game 2 about to get underway. Good smash.
There's one thing I realize about Chong Yi Han's smash is that it very often comes straight down the line. Very rarely goes cross-court.
You could have used this info before you played him, huh?
Yes, actually I did.
Well, Yi Han did really well just to stay in the rally.
Again, we see that smash by Kento Momota, but again, he's not going for the killer shot. He's not committing himself in any way. Just playing that shot, being willing to keep the rally going.
Good rescue. But fatigue may kick in soon for Chong Yi Han because he's having to work so hard.
Well, but Chong Yi Han is a young player. I don't think fatigue will really be an issue for him in this 11-point scoring system.
Wow, another big smash.
And straight down the line again. This may be something one of the coaches may want to warn Kento Momota about, but again, he doesn't need to. So superb defense, Momota, though not on this occasion.
And the Magic statisticians mark that down as his first smash winner. And that's gone long. That's marked down as his 9th unforced errors. A big shout out to the guys who are keeping all the stats that tell us where the games are won and lost.
Well, Yihan tried to take it early there. Totally mishit the shuttle.
That's wide.
5-2.
Momota is just working his way back, just working his way in this game.
A rare error from Kento.
Just testing his shots.
As you say, not committing fully. It's almost like he wants to just stay in a rally to get his fitness going.
Yeah, it's almost like Momota is using this match as a warm-up match.
For what we believe will be the biggie on Saturday morning.
Certainly.
It's good. Kento, a little shake of the head.
Oh, good disguise from Chong Yi-han. Well, this is the push I was mentioning about from Chong Yi-han. You're going to be seeing a lot of those pushes because he tends to hit the shuttle really hard from the front of the court.
Bang again. Smash winner number 2. Again down the line.
Yeah. He always does. Almost, I think 80% of his shots are played, the smash winners are played straight down the line.
Well, he took 6 points off Momota in the first game. He's 5-7 at the moment. Nearly gets the defense. There was a lot more commitment there.
There's a lot more commitment, and Kento Momota was waiting in the front of the net just in case the shuttle came over. Thankfully it didn't.
Credit. For Yihan with that little push. And pushes wide.
Again, I saw just a little bit of a pace injected into that rally. We see the difference immediately. Forced the error from Yihan. I'm sure it'd go down as an unforced error.
Oh, he gets back into position so quickly.
It's amazing how Kento Momota transferred his weight. The back foot.
Game point. And again, into position, demolishes the smash, takes the game 11-6.
Well, it's symmetry in the scoreline. As in the first game, 11-6 by Kento Momota. And again, more of the same. He's just playing himself into this game, getting used to the court conditions. But really, still a world-class performance nonetheless from him.
We're seeing absolutely some moments of world-class from the world number 4. 11 minutes he's been on court, 11-6, 11-6. What though can Chong Yi-han take as encouragement from this second game as we look at the highlights?
I think that he can be happy with himself in terms of that he has kept his opponents on court longer, but then one may argue that again it is Momota's intent to stay on court as long as possible. He wants to get warmed up to this court prior to that fixture on Saturday against Tato Lee Chong Wei. So, but I think that there is more that Yi Han can do in this game. He needs to perhaps just start throwing caution to the wind and just going all out at him.
Well, he has a couple of times, but the defensive work of Momoto is so good, and the transition from defence into attack on that occasion just stupendous. So Momoto, 2 smash winners in the second game, 3 unforced errors, keeping the errors to a minimum. Many of those unforced errors for Yi Han are forced unforced errors, if you understand what I mean. Basically they go out or they hit the net, but there's a reason. So third game, Momoto on serve. Booming smash.
And it seems as if the longer this game goes on and on, it seems that the smash of Momoto is becoming harder and harder.
You may well have called it right. He's just warming to the court. Flick serve. And then sharp from the service line.
Well, he seemed to take his time in the first 2 games. Now he seems to be almost in a hurry to catch the bus home.
Momotoing along.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Even the coach in the coaching bed had to smile at that. Simply world-class stuff.
And he enjoyed it as well. Great recovery. On the attack. But Momoto's just got too much agility.
But what we don't really see is the amount of strain that Momoto is putting on the legs of Chong Yi Han, making him really uncertain where to go. Put so much pressure on that knees that it eventually will give way.
Resorts Genting Purple League from the Sports Arena Sentosa. Match day 3. Kento Momoto of Ampang Jaya. His club side leading 14-2. And 4-love now. Make that 5-love, sorry.
Well, that smash, he couldn't have placed it better with his hands. Shuttlecock just plump on the line.
Match dropped in. Rueful little smile.
It's all good, and Yi Han knows. Should have taken that. Was half caught.
Momoto can leave it in a 7-love lead. Come on, Yi Han, get a few points on the board. Nobody likes to see a bagel.
Kento Momoto maybe trying to give his opponent a love set.
Oh, that's dropped in as well.
And at the moment it seems as if Chong Yi Han is helping his cause, leaving those shots which he should really be playing.
He's absolutely drenched in sweat. He's had to work really hard. Match dropped out as well.
Well, it's never nice to see a player being defeated 11-love. I have to say, I hope for Yi Han's sake that he gets a couple of points on the scoreboard.
There's one. And a little fist bump from Yi Han because, like you say, you don't want to have a 0 against your name. So we're now on to match point. Kento Momoto toyed with his prey for the first 2 games.
Bit of showboating.
Whoa, lovely angle.
And in the end, it was Chong Yi Han that got the final say in that rally. Amazing disguise in that drop shot.
It's dropped in. Kento looks aghast.
Just teasing the line judge a little bit, but I have a feeling the line judge got it right.
Of course the line judge got it right. Yep.
Spot on, the line judge.
And a recovery from Yi Han.
Well, it was his coach's desire that he keep Kento Momota longer on court, and that seems to be exactly what he has in mind as well.
16 minutes so far. Still match point. It's one in the end from Kento Momota. He toyed with his prey for the first two games. Acknowledges the applause of the crowd. Ampang Jaya taking a whopping 15-2 overall victory. But this was the star of the show.
This was certainly, they saved the best for last in this game, and I think that is certainly true. Kento Momota came out with a world-class performance. Not much to talk about in terms of tactics. He was just far superior in every area of the game.
So Kento just takes a little towel down. It's taken him 16 minutes of court time. And now, courtesy an interpreter, JD will do his best to get some gems of wisdom out of Kento Momota.
All right, down here with the winner of the final men's singles match for this particular tie in amazing fashion. I suppose the first question would be, how happy are you to be back here at the Purple League? This is your first match. How happy are you with your performance?
戻ってきて最初の試合ですけれども、どのようなご感想ありますか？
そうですね、やっぱり相手がナショナルチームのメンバーなので、はい、
So, opponent is a national team player, so he needs to be careful about this match also.
Now, with the first match back here in the Purple League done, let's look towards the future. How confident are you that you can continue this level of performance?
そうこれぐらいのレベルのパフォーマンスをするのにどういった形で今後続けていくんでしょうか。
今後
これ近い将来ですね。どういった形で、
もっともっと世界で活躍して、はい、パープルリーグでもっと自分がコートに入ると、はい、大歓声が起こるようになりたいなと思います。
So first, he need to he said the work harder. So and a lot of audience. He want to make audience more excited to play to watch his playing. Yes.
And one final question. There is word that you might be playing Lee Chong-wei. How are you going to prepare for that match?
そう次の試合、リー・チャンウェイさんがいらっしゃると思いますけど、どのように準備をされますでしょうか。
本当にもう向かっていくだけなので、はい、全て出し切りたいなと思います。
She said, I'll do my best for myself and audience and fans.
Thank you very much. Great job. Congratulations. Back to you guys. It's a win for Ampang Jaya.
Thank you to JD and to Jun Yong for their emceeing today, and to Kento Momota for his performance today. And it is setting up nicely for Saturday's match, which we believe could well be against Lee Chong-wei. Can't confirm it, can't promote it too much, but it looks that way.
Certainly looks that way, but just judging from the interview, there was one thing I kept hearing Momota say over and over again, and that was moto, moto, moto. And in this game, that was the story in this game. Whenever he wanted to, he just motoed away, and there was really nothing that really we could say that really went wrong. That really about Chong Yi-han's game, there was nothing he could do about it really.
There wasn't, because there was some world-class play. We just saw one example there. That little neck touch had us literally going wow. A couple of drop shots had us going wow. It's great to see genuine world class on the Purple League court.
And we see that distinction between good players and at the top in the world. Kento Momota did say he had a lot of respect against playing a Malaysian player, and I think that respect translated into a decent win for him.
Let's have a look at how he did it. He did it predominantly using short serves, went long twice with a flick serve, just 11 unforced errors, 5 smash winners. Chong Yi-han did really well to stay in rallies. He's taken 16 points off Kento Momota. That'll give him a little bit of encouragement. Let's look at the movement though of Momota.
Well, he was just complacent. As I said earlier, he was never in a hurry to finish the rallies. Just played his opponent again and again until a winner could be found, in no hurries whatsoever.
And with a touch like that, as soon as he sees Yi Han take a step backwards, he'll just drop it into the area.
Yeah, again, here you see him just playing his opponent again and again, not going for those big winners which you saw in some of the matches earlier, just content to just play his opponent, confident that he had what he had in defense to keep